started with my parents having jobs abroad, which meant we flew often between those faraway places and our home in the Netherlands. My mother used to say we even came close to being born in KLM's world business class. For us, the favorite part of the trip was always near the end of the flight, because that was when the stewardess came around with the Delft Blue houses. Then Mum and Dad would always just sit back and enjoy watching us and how we would stare at our new houses, taking in every last detail, seeing who had the prettiest house, while trying to imagine how the houses looked like in real life and wondering what it would be like to live in such a house. As soon as we got home, the houses would quickly be given a nice spot in our growing collection. Then there were the afternoons or evenings spent just arranging streets, town squares and canals, pretending all the while to peek inside, or better yet, look outside from inside the house, imagining a world with Delft's blue houses. That will always be a fun game. Best of all, though, is to live in your very own Delft Blue house. In the middle of the 15th century, the second Amersfoort city wall was completed. Now the first city wall was no longer needed to protect the city. Around 1500, the city government sold land next to the first city wall to public buyers. The stones and bricks from the first wall were then used to build houses along the old line of defense. They called these houses muurhuizen, or wall houses, many of which can still be seen today as a ring of medieval houses. One of the most beautiful of these houses is Muurhuizen 109 and was built in the late 16th century. It was renovated for the first time in the 17th century. The up to then fairly plain wall house gets a new facade. Cheerful Renaissance touches were added, such as the shell motifs above the windows, and the main front door was framed with sandstone. The large Rococo doorknob on the front door dates back to the 18th century. Around this period, the town clerk lived in the house, and from then on it became known as the secretarishuisje. The house fell into disrepair in the 19th and 20th century. But in 1953, Muurhuizen 109 was restored by the renowned architect Royaerts. In 2000, we moved into Muurhuizen 109. So, believe it or not, we now live in our very own Delft's Blue house. The KLM Delft's Blue house number 89.